So yesterday was 115 Day, which is a stupid holiday invented by Hallmark to sell cards. However, hot takes aside, we did get a bunch of new Zombies info as well as goodies. PhD Slider was buffed, and now it works like PhD Flopper, where you don't take damage from your own explosive weapons, so that perk is at least semi-useful now. In addition to that, we have 3 new elixirs. One of them is like a knockoff Perkaholic, so you have that. We also now have a reduced spawn rate as well as total damage for the vampires, so thank fucking God. They were a pain in my ass. We also have some new stuff coming. We learned that the ability to pause multiplayer matches is on the way. Jason sat down for a Twitter Q&A, and the best thing to come out of that was a big tease for DLC 2 being in Greece. But most importantly to come out of 115 Day was the brand new zombie game mode Gauntlets, which is what I want to talk about today. Gauntlets may be the perfect game mode to add to zombies right now, and part of why I like Gauntlets so much is that I feel like it captures the magic of what made zombies back in the days of, say, World at War, or really when you're first getting into zombies, so great. When you're new to zombies, zombies is purely about survival. You play the map to see just how long you can survive. You're not there to solve Easter eggs. You're not digging around for storyline details. You're not out here setting records or speed running or trying to be as efficient as possible. You're simply surviving. You played to see just how far you can get. Maybe you made it to round 10 last time. Well, hell, let's shoot for 11, maybe even 15 if we're really lucky. It's about pushing your own personal limits. Like Iniquity once said in his Zombies rap, it meant bragging rights and bags under our eyes. And I still remember going to school after playing Zombies and telling my friends I made it to round 30 and them not believing me. Zombies was fun back in the day because every game offered the promise that maybe this time I'll finally beat my previous record. And Gauntlets feels the same exact way to me. There are 30 challenges broken up into 3 different tiers of 10, and they provide a whole set of challenges that are great for every type of player, whether you're a casual player or you're a hardcore player. So you have tier 1, which includes challenges like Unsinkable, survive the round without taking damage. 2, while equipped, kill zombies with equipment only. 3, shall we dance, use melee weapons only. 4, perk up, survive the round with at least 1 perk active. 5, never say lever, use the SX Model 07 lever action rifle only. 6, artifacts of life, activate the sentinel artifact. 7, shield, possess the shield at the end of the round. 8, close for business, buy, all buys are disabled. 9, mystery shopper, use a weapon from the mystery box. And 10, waterlog, defend the cargo hold while flooded. Those are your bronze challenges. You move on then to silver. 11, doorman, open all the doors. 12, crawling zombies, all the zombies are crawlers. 13, Repack-a-Punch, possess a Repack-a-Punch weapon. 14, Perk Allergy, complete the round with no perks. 15, Pooped, defend the poop deck. 16, Lever again, use the lever or action rifle again. 17, Head Games, kill all the zombies with headshots only. 18, Powerless, avoid all power-ups. 19, Missing the Point, damage to all players causes point strain. 20, Engine Room Rumble, survive a Stoker onslaught in the engine room. Complete those, and you've gotten your silver badge, and you move on to gold. 21, lever-headed. Every player must possess at a level 3 special weapon. 22, catfight. Kill catalyst zombies using their corresponding alternate ammo type. 23, press start. Reset to your starting weapon. 24, unhealthy. Replenish health drain with zombie kills. 25, 4, defend the forecastle with no special weapons. 26, fast times. Complete the round before the timer runs out. 27, better late than lever. Use the lever action rifle. 28, heads up deactivated, no HUD. 29, unpacked. All your pack-a-punch weapons are disabled. And finally, 30, the grand finale. Clear the grand staircase. Complete all of those challenges and you have beaten the gauntlet. So if you fail to complete any of them, you get a strike. 3 strikes and you're out. It's a simple concept. However, it's perfect because it captures that same just one more round mentality that made zombies magical when you first get into it. So maybe you're a half-decent zombies player and your first gauntlet round you make it to round 18, which is powerless. Avoid all power-ups on the map. You know, though, that there's so much more to do in Gauntlet, and you have several more challenges to push for. Eventually, you'll beat 18, maybe move on to 19 and complete that one, but then finally you die on the 20th challenge, round 20. Well, now you have a renewed sense of excitement to keep pushing yourself in this game. You'll say to yourself, oh man, I was one more round away from beating the second tier. I was so close. All I needed to do was just survive. And you know what? I bet I can do it this time. And you go and play again. It gives you something to aim for. And then when you finally beat round 20 and you've completed both the bronze and the silver, well, now you're feeling pretty confident. And you're like, you know what? Let's go for the gold. Let's see how far we can push ourselves and then maybe get closer and eventually beat gold. And breaking it up into tiers really captures that and caters to every single level of skill. Every type of player has something they can push for and strive for, and slowly over time, they'll get better, and then they'll want to push for that next tier, or maybe 2 more tiers. You always have something to go for. And I recently said in a video that Black Ops 4 Zombies killed casual zombie playing. And this was a controversial video. While I stand by what I said in that video, this game mode does a lot for casual players. Sure, most casual players will never achieve gold unless they're carried to the finish line. However, after a few tries, most casual players should be able to complete bronze. And by beating bronze, you learn to play the map at the same time. Challenge 6, activate the artifact, will have you open up most of the map. Challenge 7, shield, will teach you how to build the shield. Challenge 9, mystery shopper, will show you where the mystery box is. And number 10, waterlog, defend the cargo hold. Well, that's going to show you a new area of the map. And while you're there, you might also activate that part of the pack-a-punch there. You're slowly learning the basics of the map as you move through the bronze tier, which I think is really clever. Those casual players, which are the ones that are going to be striving for that, will then learn the map. And then, once they complete bronze, they'll start to dabble in silver, which the next silver challenge is Doorman, open all the doors. So now this challenge forces you to explore every nook and cranny of this map. And maybe you fail to complete the challenge. Well, that means there's new areas you've yet to explore, which will then have you look for them the next time you play. Then come 13, Repack-a-Punch, possess a Repack-a-Punch weapon. Not only does this force you then to open up the Pack-a-Punch, but it also demonstrates to the casual players that you're able to Pack-a-Punch multiple times. To us, that might seem obvious, but to the casual player, they might not have even thought to Repack-a-Punch their weapon, or just assumed, oh, I couldn't Repack-a-Punch back in the day, probably still can't now. And sure, some challenges like the shield challenge may force a casual player to look up guides, which is something I really dislike, but at least they know that such a thing as the shield exists, and then this forces them to use the shield and says, oh, I like this. Maybe I should start building this on every single map that I play. And then they'll generally now know where all these shield parts are as they complete this challenge a couple times through, working their way through, trying to get all the higher tiers. It teaches casual players how to play the map in a way that other zombies modes don't. In regular zombies, you're thrown in there with no guide, nothing to tell you to do. You wouldn't know the shield exists unless somebody told you, because all you see are just empty holes in your HUD. This kind of guides you through it in a way that's a little bit less obvious than, say, World War II zombies, but still enough to force you to explore, because after all, if you want to complete that challenge, you better figure it out. Now, I'm not sure how many casual players are going to be jumping into Gauntlet. However, I hope that a decent amount do. I do think the first set of challenges are really good for casual players and will aim them to do better. Over time, they will then get better, and maybe they'll complete silver and hopefully one day gold. And I will say the gold challenges are not for slouches either. Treyarch wasn't kidding when they said that seasoned zombie veterans may struggle a little bit with the gold challenges. I mean, the grand finale, surviving in the final staircase area, is not easy to do. Also, something like Catfight, kill the catalyst zombies using corresponding reactive alternate ammo type, is really difficult on a map like this because the Pack-a-Punch locations are incredibly inconvenient, and this challenge forces you to Repack-a-Punch a lot if you want those proper alternate ammo types to kill those catalyst zombies. And then things like reset to your starting weapon, or defend the forecastle, or just fast times, which forces you to speed through the round. These are not easy challenges, and Constantly adapting to the next challenge is also half the battle. For example, you might have better late than never, but if you're not holding that lever action rifle at round 27, you got to go buy one. And at round 27, you're not going to kill any zombies with that. So you better go pack-a-punch it. But if the pack-a-punch is in a shitty location, well, then you're burnt. Good luck trying to pack-a-punch that weapon. It forces you to prepare, it forces you to think ahead, and it also, by doing so, encourages replayability because, maybe you get the 27, you're like, fuck, I didn't know I need the lever action rifle again. Well, now I know that for next time, and I'm better prepared, and I bet I could beat 27 this time and move on to 28, 29, 30, and finally beat Gauntlet. I think this game mode is perfect for increasing the longevity of Black Ops 4. Players will test themselves in an effort to complete the Gauntlet. But Treyarch added a time to it as well so that, sure, once you go through all those challenges and you finally beat it, well, now let's try to beat it even faster. And then if that's not enough, maybe try to beat it as fast as possible with no strikes. So really, it kind of creates a competitive aspect to zombies where I could easily see people pushing themselves further and further and further to try to complete this gauntlet as best as possible. And then by the time they've maybe mastered it, the next one is out, and then we start the cycle all over again. This is the kind of game mode that encourages multiple playthroughs and hopefully will keep people coming back to Black Ops 4. Gauntlet is a fantastic addition to Black Ops 4 Zombies. That's going to wrap things up for this video. I'd like to know what you guys think of Gauntlet so far. What's your highest level so far in this game mode? What kind of Gauntlet challenges would you like to see in the future? And also, in what ways would you improve Gauntlet? I'd like to know what you guys think about that. Anyway, I'm going to go. Have a wonderful day, and bye.